U.S. National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan is heading to Israel, and the focus of the meeting remains the Iran nuclear program. It comes as world powers scramble to salvage the nuclear deal in Vienna. Sullivan will hold detailed discussions with the Israeli PM Naftali Bennett, and reports suggest that the U.S. and Israeli officials will talk about how they see the coming few weeks unfolding with respect to all developments in Iran. Negotiators say that time is running out to save the nuclear deal. This as talks remain adjourned for at least 10 days in Vienna. Sullivan will also reaffirm the U.S. commitment to Israel's security. The United States and Israel are in total agreement that Iran must not be allowed to develop a nuclear weapon. Currently, the U.S. wants Iran to comply with the JCPOA. Iran instead wants the U.S. to first lift the sanctions. Sullivan will also meet with the Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas to discuss the strengthening of U.S. relations with the Palestinians. In Ramallah, he will discuss the ongoing efforts to strengthen ties and ways to advance peace and security for Palestinians and Israelis alike. Our correspondent Jody Cohen has sent us more details in this next report coming from Ranana. Have a look.
U.S. National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan is arriving in Israel on Tuesday for talks on Iran and other strategic issues. As you can see behind me, he will be arriving in a storm, but we'll be hoping that what he has to say won't cause a storm of its own. While Israel and the U.S. differ somewhat on approaches to the Iran nuclear talks, the strong allies agree that their shared goal is to stop Iran from obtaining nuclear weapons. This is Jody Cohen for WION World is One.
WION World is One is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news updates on the move.